beating the odds, we were beating the odds, we were beating the odds again, we were beating the odds again.
Beating the odds, week 9, already halfway through the year, 10-2 last week. Finally had our big week. So far, the standings, we got Story at 15-7-1, Sean Gocher 16-9, I am 12-12, and Joe Holokovsky 8-16, but he went 3-0 last week. Claims he's making a comeback. So we're 7 over on the year. So you're winning some money if you place every one of these bets.
Pay that man his money.
Let's hit the phones.
What's up, Rob? Happy Friday. This is Mike Story from Sports Betting Intel, sportsbettingintel.com, the best place to shop lines, odds, and the like. I've got 3 prop bets. I'm going all props this week for our competition. Last week was great, 3-0. We all had a great week, either 3-0 or 2-1. So it was a great winning week for all of us. Let's keep the train rolling. Here we go. Mike Evans over 53.5 receiving yards, minus 115. Houston does struggle quite a bit against number 1 wide receivers, and especially versus deep ball. As we do know, Mike Evans is a deep ball wide receiver. He did have a bit of a tough spot last week in Buffalo. This was a nice bounce-back week for him, and the Texans have allowed 7 wide receivers to go over 53.5 in their last 7 games. Mike Evans over 53.5 receiving yards. Next, Logan Thomas over 32.5 receiving yards, minus 113. This one's interesting because I was off of it until Curtis Samuel got ruled out. That opened up a lot of opportunity underneath here for Logan Thomas. He's been over this number in 5 out of 7 games this year, and he gets an outstanding matchup. The Patriots have very difficult time covering opposing tight ends. I think their rush defense is very good, so it should open things up for Logan Thomas. I could see McLaurin getting locked down a little bit. So Logan calling it Thomas over 32.5 receiving yards, and then this one takes a little bit of iron underpants, but let's go with Wan'Dale Robinson over 3.5 receptions, minus 120 on DraftKings. Now, he's got 1 catch over the last 2 weeks. I am well aware of that. I've actually dropped him from one of my fantasy teams this year because of that. But this, I do think, is another good bounce-back spot for him, and a lot of it has to do with no Darren Waller. Darren Waller is out. Daniel Jones is back. They're going to need a safety valve, and Wan'Dale Robinson should be it. It's a soft Raider secondary. It's a bit of a risk because we don't know how rusty Daniel Jones is going to be, but with Wan'Dale Robinson being over in this being over 4 catches a few times this year so far, I think that he can do this year. So Wan'Dale Robinson over 3.5 receptions. Let's make some money this weekend. Good luck.
Let's head on over to Sean Gocher, Crush the Books on Twitter. Let's see what he has to say.
What's happening on this Friday? I'm going to go ahead and go with 2 plays tonight. 2, it's a pretty short card. Go with Cleveland. We're going with the biggest line on the board here. Cleveland minus 10 currently on DraftKings. It's a big line, but Arizona has a long list of injuries, scoring just 18.9 points a game, now facing first place in opponent yards per game. They're also very weak against the run. I think this is a stone-cold blowout. Minus 10 shouldn't be a problem. Next, going to go over to the Raiders, minus 1.5. Yes, a rookie QB, but facing a terrible defense at home. Giants, up until a few days ago, were planning for Jimmy Garoppolo, and now they got somebody completely different. One of those spots where I think the rookie will shine, and then once they get some tape on him, he'll probably get killed the next game. Raiders more complete team, even with DVOA. I think it's a great spot for the Raiders. So Raiders minus 1.5. Good luck.
All right, moving over to my bets. Only have 2 bets today for Sunday. It's kind of a short card. I didn't like a lot of the lines. Definitely didn't see a lot of props that popped out to me. So I got one game and 1 prop. I'll start with my game. Colts minus 2.5. I do not believe in the Panthers. Good story. They got their win last week. Congratulations. Their rush defense is terrible. Their pass defense is terrible. Their offense relies on Adam Thielen. If they shut him down, they're going to shut them down. I feel they're going to win by 10 points here. Only giving 2.5 is nice. Over to my prop. This is kind of controversial. This guy has been awful in fantasy, in real life. He's a turd. I'm rolling with it, though. Christian Watson over 42.5 receiving yards. Jordan Love's been the problem. Watson's had a couple drops, but he is a dynamic player. I think they get right here against Minnesota. I think they're going to have control of the ball, take a couple shots. All he needs is 2 catches to get this. I like that number. All right, let's see what Joe has to say.
Like that LL Cool J song, Mama Said Knock You Out. It starts with, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Let's fucking go. 3-0, on the right track now. Let's go.
Real quick, Joe sounds like the most hype man DJ ever, so let's change his backdrop.
We're going to start off with the New Orleans Saints minus 8.5. It pains me to go against the Bears, but they just fucking suck. It's plain, simple, and easy. Don't think about it too much. Saints minus 8.5 at home. Next bet, we're going to go over 47 total points, Cowboys at Eagles. I know they both have good defense, but they could score a shit ton too. I think there's going to be some points in this game. Over 47 total points, Cowboys versus Eagles. We're going to end it to go 3-0 with a player prop. Does this team have anyone else on offense? Over 103.5 total rush receiving yards. Saquon Barkley. He's a fucking beast. I think he got 39 touches last week, something crazy like that. He's going to do it again. Minus 115, over 103.5 total yards. Saquon Barkley. Let's fucking go!
All right, only 10 bets this week. I foresee 7-3 coming at you. Let's keep on beating the odds.
We were beating the odds. We were beating the odds. We were beating